When I was a windy boy and a bit, and the black spit of the chapel fold, sighed the old ramrod, dying of women. I tiptoed shy in the gooseberry wood, the rude owl cried like a telltale tit. I skipped in a blush as the big girls rolled, ninepin down on the donkey's common, and on seesaw Sunday nights I wooed whoever I would with my wicked eyes. The whole of the moon I could love and leave all the green-leaved little weddings' wives in the coal-black bush and let them grieve. When I was a gusty man and a half, and the black beast of the Beatles' pews, sighed the old ramrod, dying of bitches, not a boy and a bit in the wick-dipping moon, and drunk as a new-dropped calf. I whistled all night in the twisted flues, midwives grew in the midnight ditches, and the sizzling beds of the town cried quick. Wherever I dove in a breast-high shoal, wherever I ramped in the clover quilts, whatsoever I did in the coal-black night, I left my quivering prints. When I was a man you could call a man, and the black cross of the holy house, sighed the old ramrod, dying of welcome. Brandy and ripe in my bright base prime, no spring-tailed Tom in the red-hot town, with every simmering woman his mouse, but a hillocky bull in the swelter of summer, come in his great good time to the sultry biding herds. I said, oh, time enough when the blood creeps cold, and I lie down but to sleep in bed, for my sulking, skulking, coal-black soul. When I was a half of the man I was, and serve me right as the preachers warn, sighed the old ramrod, dying of downfall. No flailing calf or cat in a flame or hickory bull in milky grass, but a black sheep with a crumpled horn. At last the soul from its foul mouse hole slunk pouting out when the limp time came, and I gave my soul a blind slashed eye, gristle and rind and aurora's life, and I shoved it into the coal-black sky to find a woman's soul for a wife. Now I am a man no more, no more, and a black reward for a roaring life, sighed the old ramrod, dying of strangers. Tidy and cursed in my dove-cooed room, I lie down thin and hear the good bells jaw. For oh, my soul found a Sunday wife in the coal-black sky, and she bore angels, harpies around me out of her womb. Chastity prays for me, piety sings, innocence sweetens my last black breath. Modesty hides my thighs in her wings, and all the deadly virtues plague my death. If I were tickled by the rub of love, a rooking girl who stole me for her side, broke through her straws, breaking my bandaged string. If the red tickle as the cattle calve still set to scratch a laughter from my lung, I would not fear the apple nor the flood, nor the bad blood of spring. Shall it be male or female, say the cells, and drop the plum like fire from the flesh? If I were tickled by the hatching hair, the winging bone that sprouted in the heels, the itch of man upon the baby's thigh, I would not fear the gallows, nor the axe, nor the crossed sticks of war. Shall it be male or female, say the fingers that chalk the walls with green girls and their men? I would not fear the muscling in of love if I were tickled by the urchin hunger's rehearsing heat upon a raw-edged nerve. I would not fear the devil in the loin, nor the outspoken grave. If I were tickled by the lover's rub that wipes away not crow's foot nor the lock of sick old manhood on the fallen jaws, time and the crabs and the sweethearting crib would leave me cold as butter for the flies. The sea of scums could drown me as it broke dead on the sweetheart's toes. This world is half the devil's and my own, daft with the drug that's smoking in a girl and curling round the bud that forks her eye. An old man's shank, one marrowed with my bone, and all the herrings smelling in the sea. I sit and watch the worm beneath my nail, wearing the quick away. And that's the rub, the only rub that tickles, the knobbly ape that swings along his sex from damp love darkness and the nurse's twist, can never raise the midnight of a chuckle, nor when he finds a beauty in the breast of lover, mother's lover, or his 6 feet in the rubbing dust. And what's the rub? Death's feather on the nerve? Your mouth, my love, the thistle in the kiss, my Jack of Christ, born thorny on the tree. The words of death are drier than his stiff, my wordy wounds are printed with your hair. I would be tickled by the rub that is. Man, be my metaphor.